similar optical illusion. So in this picture, look at this picture. There are two orange circles here. There's one orange circle here on the left, and there's another orange circle here on the right. So which orange circle looks bigger? Does this one look bigger to you, or does this one look bigger? So which one looks bigger? Which one looks bigger? Well, this orange circle on the right looks bigger, doesn't it? But is it really bigger? Is this orange circle really bigger than this orange circle? Let's check and see. So I have a coin here. So this is a coin. It's a 5-cent piece. It's a nickel, an American nickel, is worth 5 cents. So I'll take this coin, this nickel, and first I'll put it over top of this orange circle. So it fits over that orange circle. Now I'll put it over this orange circle and see if it's smaller or the same size or bigger. So I'll move it over here, and we can see it's the same size. So actually, both of these orange circles, are the same size. So both the left orange circle and the right orange circle are equal in size. But this orange circle looks bigger than this orange circle, doesn't it? Well, why is that? Well, look on the outside here, around this orange circle, around the one that looks bigger to us, there's all these small circles all around it. So this circle is surrounded by small circles, but this orange circle has big circles all around it. All these circles are very big. There are 6 big circles all around this orange circle. So these big circles, the big circles all around this orange circle, make this orange circle look smaller to us, but the small circles all around this orange circle make this orange circle look bigger to us. So that's another kind of illusion. The small circles around this orange circle, the one on the right, make this orange circle look bigger to us, but the big circles all around this orange circle, all around the one on the left here, make this orange circle look smaller to us. So that's another optical illusion. That's another illusion, something that fools our eyes and fools our brain. So those were 2 optical illusions. Let's look at a different kind of optical illusion. Here's another kind of optical illusion. What do you see here? What do you see here? Do you see a vase, or do you see some faces? Or do you see both? Well, let's look at the black part here. The black part here looks like a vase. So a vase is something we use to hold flowers, something we can put flowers in. So the black part here looks like a vase. But let's look at the white parts of the image. What do they look like? If we put a black border all around it, we can see more clearly that the white parts here on the left and on the right, they look like 2 heads or 2 faces. So here are the foreheads, and here are the noses, and then here are the lips, and here are the chins of the faces. And then here are the necks. These would be the necks. So these white parts look like 2 faces. So these are like the sides of 2 faces. So the white parts look like 2 heads or 2 faces, the sides of 2 faces, and the black part looks like a vase. So depending on how we look at this picture, we can see either a vase, so the black part looks like a vase, or we can see two faces here. So we can either see a black vase or two faces in the white parts around the vase. Here's another illusion like that. What do you see here? There's a woman here, but is she a young woman or is she an old woman? What do you see? Do you see a young woman or do you see an old woman? Well, if we look here, this looks like the head of a young woman. So this is the young woman's forehead. This is the young woman's nose. She has a small nose. And this would be her chin. This is the young woman's chin, and there's her jawline here. And then this is the young woman's ear, and it's covered by her hair. She has long hair. And then this is her neck. This is the young woman's neck, and she's wearing something around her neck. She's wearing a necklace, or something like that, a necklace or something. And then she has a collar here, and she's wearing a dress or something like that. And then she's wearing a hat or a bonnet on her head. It has a bow here, it has a flower here, it has some ribbons coming from the bow. So that looks like a young woman, but what if we look at it a different way? What if we turn the drawing and look at it a different way? What does it look like now? What do you see now? Do you still see a young woman, or does it look like an old woman? Well, if we look at the head like this, it looks like an old woman. So this is the old woman's forehead, but then this is the old woman's nose. So the old woman has a big nose, and on her nose, she has a bump on her nose. A bump like a wart or a mole or something, some kind of bump here on her nose. And there's her nostril, one of her nostrils. And then this is the old woman's eye. So she has a big, kind of sad looking eye. She looks kind of sad. And these are her lips. This is her mouth and her lips. She has thin lips like this. Kind of thin lips, and here's her chin, and then here's the old woman's hair, but also she has many wrinkles. Because she's old, she has wrinkles around her eyes, and wrinkles around her mouth and around her cheeks. So she has many wrinkles because she's old. And then her hair is kind of, it's black or dark here, and then it's white here. Again, this is an old woman, so she has wrinkles around her eyes, wrinkles around her cheeks, and her hair is kind of white. So depending on how we look at this, if we look at it this way, this looks like an old woman, but if we turn it and look at it this way, now it looks like a young woman. So this part looks like the head of a young woman, but this looks like the head of an old woman. So depending on how we look at this picture, it can look like a young woman or it can look like an old woman. So that's another kind of illusion. We can see two different things, or two different women. We can see a young woman or we can see an old woman.